Good day, everyone. This is Miss Daniel Alexa C. Maran. Welcome to Module 2 and welcome to New Learnings. In this module, you will define the term genre, identify the genre of the material viewed, differentiate the genres of viewing by examining the various examples presented, organize information of the material viewed and evaluates its importance. And lastly, observe correct subject and verb agreement in writing personal journal. These five macro skills, which are listening, reading, writing, speaking, and viewing, are important for effective communication and to be successful in many different perspectives. Do you know that according to research, students take in information 55% in visual and only 7% in text? The same as our listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills, viewing also needs to be developed as it helps you to become competent lifelong learner. Our daily living highly involves visual media, such that the television and online platform allows us to become active in the modern way of communicating around the world. We see advertisements, films, symbols, photographs, videos, drama, drawings, sculpture, and paintings in daily basis that pave the way to developing the viewing skill. Before we Before we begin discussing about the topic at hand, answer first this activity. In your previous lesson, you learned about the common types of relationships in analogy. Today, you will apply what you have learned by answering the organizer provided. When you hear the word genre, what comes immediately into your mind? Choose the words inside the box that you associate or relate with the word genre, and put it inside the rays of the sun. Note answers only. Draw the organizer. Choose your answers inside the box. Next activity, use this log to keep track of your daily television or online viewing habits, whether done at home or at your neighbor's place. Write the show title, the viewing time, and total viewing hours and minutes. Instructions: draw the table and fill in the information needed. Write your answers in your paper. In this activity, draw the table and put a check mark inside the column "Not familiar" if you have not seen the material, and "Familiar" if you have seen it. This module was designed and written with you in mind. It is here to help you master viewing as the fifth macro skill in learning the English language. More specifically, on identifying the genre of material viewed on TV, internet, or other media platforms. Viewing refers to perceiving, examining, interpreting meaning from visual images and is crucial to improving your comprehension of print and non-print materials. This is a skill you should master as you are exposed to multimedia. There are five genres of viewing. These are news flash, weather report, internet-based program, movie trailer, and documentary. Let us differentiate the differences between these five. When there are current issues that news organizations like ABS-CBN, GMA, and CNN feel the warrant of interrupting their scheduled programming in television, news flash is aired. The information conveyed in a news flash is important enough for viewers to take a quick break. For example, a typhoon with heavy rain would come to your place. A timely news will interrupt your favorite television shows like series and movies. Next is the weather report, which is part of an entire news program that updates and foretells weather conditions in a specific area. Weather forecasts are made by collecting data about the current state of the atmosphere at a given place. Another genre is the internet-based program. This program also provides the viewers informative shows that can be accessed through websites using internet connection. Netflix, iWantTV, and many more internet-based programs provide shows that are highly dependent to the internet. It would also require accessing through desktop computers, laptops, and smartphones. That is internet-based program. Next is the movie trailer. Oftentimes, when there are upcoming movies, there are series of selected shots that are shown in television or internet. These movie trailers attract you because of its exciting, funny, or noteworthy parts of film. These are usually short to avoid spoilers. And finally, a documentary is a genre of viewing that is based on research. You can usually see it in a long duration. As it is lengthy, it has the ability to bring us a broader, more deeply engaged, and wider view of the current issues. It shares the stories and backgrounds of people, country, festival, food, everything under the sun. Now, read and study the following sentences. What do you think are the functions of the underlined words and those words inside the box? Let's find out if you guess it right. These words are subject and verb. What is a subject? A subject is a part of a sentence that contains the person, place, thing, or idea performing the action in the sentence. In the sentences given a while back, the underlined words, which are the documentary, newsflash, and reports, act as the subject of each sentence, while the boxed words, which are contains, teaches, and is written, are called verbs. Why? Verbs are the action words in a sentence that describe what the subject is doing. Verb comes into two. Verb could be an action word, just for example, run, watch, write, and it could also be an auxiliary verb, or, in other terms, helping verbs. Helping verbs or auxiliary verb help the main verb to describe action. For example, am, are, be able to, been, being, can, could, dare, did, do, does, going to, had better, has, have to, is, may, might, must, need, ought to, shall, should, was, were, will, and would. Now that you already know how to determine what is the subject and the verb, you are now ready to learn the basic rule in subject-verb agreement. The basic rule says that the subjects and verbs must agree in number. Therefore, a singular subject needs a singular verb. A plural subject needs a plural verb. Let's take these two sentences as examples. Miss Selig is a doctor by profession. First, identify what is the subject. The underlined word Miss Selig is the subject of the sentence. The verb inside the box, which is the verb in the sentence. Miss Selig is a singular subject. Is a singular verb. Therefore, this sentence follows the correct rule on subject-verb agreement. Next sentence. Good leaders are open-minded. The subject in the sentence is good leaders, and the verb is inside box, which is are. Leaders is in its plural form. This is a plural subject, and are is also a plural verb. Therefore, this sentence also follows the subject-verb agreement. For you to further understand, here is the list of the pronouns with the correct form of the verb to be associated with. Let's take these sentences as examples. The underlined words are the subjects in the sentence. Coronavirus 2019 nCoV is a threat to all people worldwide. Coronavirus 2019 nCoV is the subject. The verb here is is. Again, the verb is not just an action word. A verb could also be an auxiliary or helping verb. Is an auxiliary verb, and is a singular form of the verb. Therefore, this is correct. Coronavirus is the singular subject and is a singular verb. Next sentence. Overseas Filipinos are allowed to return home provided they submit themselves for quarantine. Here in this sentence, the subject is the word overseas Filipinos. The verb is are. Overseas Filipinos is in its plural form, and are is the plural form of the verb. Therefore, this sentence is correct. Next sentence. World Health Organization advises people of all ages to take steps to protect themselves from the virus. World Health Organization is singular. The verb advises is in its singular form as well. This sentence is correct. And lastly, senior citizens appear to be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill with the virus. Senior citizens is in its plural form, and appear is also in its plural form. Plural subject, plural verb, this is correct. So, it is very important for you to learn how to identify correctly the subject, the verb, and the singular or plural form of the noun and the verb as well. Let's now measure your understanding in this module. Read the following sentences about the points to ponder for genres of viewing. Only choose the correct form of the verb inside the parentheses. Note, answers only. Choose your answer inside the parentheses and write it in your paper. Next activity, choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter in your paper. And last activity is the reflection. What do you think is the most useful genre of viewing? Only choose one of them and explain it in one sentence. And the last question, would you believe that the genres of viewing can impact your study habits? In what way? One reason, explain it in one sentence. Thank you for participating and listening. See you for the next lesson.